Hi, this is going to be an overview of my game Tiles. First of all, I want to mention that I'd strongly recommend playing the game before watching this, just because it is a puzzle game, and not only that, but just the process of figuring out how the game functions is a big part of the gameplay. So this would really kind of ruin a lot of that for you. So I'd really recommend just throwing yourself into the game first and experiencing it that way. Then you can use this video as a reference for me explaining how everything functions. Okay, so go to play. There's single player and multiplayer, and that applies to both the local or the world levels. So I'll just go here. So a player wouldn't have all of this unlocked at first. Um, they would have to start on level 1. So you are forced to do something. It's pretty clear that if I'll just replay it. If I fall off the edge, I die. If I stand on the tiles that are falling away after I step on them, I die. If I go to the red, I win. Okay, so do that. The purple tiles are static. They just stay. They're always safe, and you don't have to step on them. The blue tiles are the only ones you have to step on. Sort of feel like the sound's a little loud here. Hold on. Okay. And then you're presented with the light blue tiles after you step on them. It's funny because I've watched a lot of people play the game on, say, YouTube or streaming it on Twitch for the first time, and it's really enjoyable to watch people figure it out because many of them, based on the previous 2 levels, will just go around in a circle like I just did and go like that and lose. And they don't quite get it, and then they realize that those you have to step on twice. So, again, here, I have to do something like this. Because if I were to go all the way to the right, I would be trapped. This level shows that there are times you will have to pass back over your own pass. I'm just gonna I'm obviously not gonna play through all the levels for you guys, but I'm gonna at least get to the point where I'm showing you all the different tiles that are in the game. I try to introduce them slowly and naturally. Whoops. So the yellow ones are just on a timer. They just disappear after a set amount of time, regardless of whether you've stepped on them or not. And as you saw there was no need to step on them. The blue ones are the only ones that need to be cleared away. Whoops. Okay. Again, I'm still kind of teaching here how the yellow ones function. They're on a timer. They can be different times, as you saw there, follow away in sequence. This one, most people just immediately go like that, and then they quickly learn that these function by disappearing and reappearing. So that's an example right there of that can even be challenging at times for people, and yet it's not a puzzle at all. All you have to do is go in a straight line. But it can be difficult to do the timing. I'll just do a couple more just for the fun of it. But this is, oh wow. I've showed you all the tiles now. So yeah, this one I'll just show how most people end up being stuck, and it makes me happy, I suppose. They end up doing something like this, and then they can't get across the orange and back there. And sometimes they end up just forcing it and actually making that work, even though it's a difficult way to do it. But it's actually easy if you figure out the correct way to do it, which is what I'm doing right now, going up through the middle first. So that right there is an example of something to figure out. It's a puzzle. But again, like I said, if you're really good at timing and speed, you could force it to work by not solving the puzzle correctly, if that makes sense. Which is one part I was really happy with the game of how it turned out. That not all it's not like a puzzle has this is the answer. And oftentimes you can get around my intended answer just by being fast or being good at executing. Again, this level here has nothing to do with being a puzzle at all. It's just timing with how the orange ones disappear and reappear. It's the easiest way to do that one. So yeah, as you can see, a lot of them, they really vary a lot in exactly what they are as a level. I'll probably stop here soon as far as playing the... Why am I losing on the easiest level? Yeah. So I'm here. Just kind of let you look at the different levels in case you guys don't get through all of them. To be honest, I could probably clear 3/4 of the game pretty fast within 15, 20 minutes maybe. First time players wouldn't necessarily have that. But even me, as I get to maybe this point here, it starts to get a little challenging, even though I technically know or am supposed to know how they need to be solved. Yeah. In my opinion, this is actually the hardest level in the game. I won't attempt to beat it right now. So yeah, that is all the local levels right there. I'll go to world. This is the user created levels. So there's a upvote downvote system with the hope that users will be the people, I don't know why that's downvoted, people influencing how visible a level is. You can add it to your favorites there. You can vote on how difficult you thought it was. And that is that part of it. So I can go through all these user created levels. There's not a ton right now. 46. Go to my levels. These are the ones I created. My favorites. Like I said, the ones I favorited. You can tell people, you can see in the top left there's the ID. So you can tell people the ID so they can just type it in directly. Then I can sort by everything up here. Sort it or filter it. Levels, you know, past 3 days that are small. Things like that. Not a lot of them have the difficulty rating on them yet, just because it requires multiple votes before it's not just NA. That is that. I'll show you a multiplier, even though I'm just playing it by myself. That just allows you to come play any of these levels. Like I wrote in the overview, you can use the keyboard for 2 players or gamepads for up to 4. So whoever does it first wins. It's just a race, essentially. And that applies to the world as well. I can come and play any of the user-created levels. And then we can race each other, and I'm going to see who does it first. I'm not going to actually attempt to race myself. That's that part of the game. And then this is where you can build a level. So you come new, and then E and Q, and these on-screen guides change if you're using a gamepad. Change the block that, or the tile that you're putting down. Again, for the sake of time, I'm not going to attempt to try to make something good right now. Just kind of showing how it functions. Place those. The yellow you can keep pressing to change the delay before it falls away, because that one's timed. You can hit tab to see all the info on the different tiles. And then orange, this changes the interval. So 1 would be it's disappearing and reappearing very fast, and 10 very slow. Yeah. And otherwise, I explained the tiles what they do earlier. You can undo, redo, pretty standard stuff. The grid can be up to 20 by 20, and like I can switch sides and increase it on both sides. 20 by 20 is the max. I of course have to beat a level before I can publish it. This level is actually technically impossible. I don't even know what I want to do. There's a level. Whoops, I didn't mean to actually do that. I'll name it. Then I can come to publish. Are you sure? Yes. There we go. I published the level. And now I can come back here to world. I don't want to be on multiplayer. I could just go to my levels to find it fast. There we go. There's my level. Upvote it, all that stuff. And that is the game. So yeah, the local is the main game mode. You play through the levels, beat all 90, you beat the game. But then there's hopefully the longevity of people that are into creating levels and playing user-created levels that will give the game extra life beyond just the 90 levels that you play through. And again, multiplayer, I hope, adds some fun for people that just want to race too. That's it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you.